Alright folks, thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk about some news that broke today, May 18th, 2025, and that being that former President Joe Biden has apparently been diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer, which has spread to his bones. Now, the media wants you to think this is a sudden tragedy, but the truth is actually far uglier. For 4 years, Biden was under the microscope of elite medical care as president. Are we really supposed to believe this cancer snuck past everyone until now? So buckle up because we're ripping the veil off a cover that's been brewing for years. Now, Joe Biden ran the country from January 2021 to January 2025 with top tier White House doctors watching his every move. Routine PSA tests, standard for an old man like Biden, would have flagged prostate cancer early. Dr. David Schusterman says aggressive prostate cancer takes 5 to 10 years to reach bone metastasis. This means this was likely festering during Biden's term. So why the silence? Because the puppet masters in Washington didn't want us to know. So let's get real. For years, we all saw Biden's mental decline, mumbling, blank stares, losing his place in speeches. The White House gaslit us, dismissing it as just Joe or GOP lies. Now, if they wouldn't admit his obvious cognitive collapse, you think they'd spill the beans on a cancer diagnosis? Well, not a chance. They'd do anything to keep that secret locked tight, and they did until they couldn't hide it anymore. Now, the cracks started showing in 2024. Now, Frank Biden, Joe's own brother, let slip a bombshell saying Joe's health was a major role in his decision to drop out of the 2024 race. Frank went further, hinting Joe was terminal, saying he cherished, quote, whatever time we have left. Now, this wasn't just family sentiment, this was a red flag waved right in our faces. The Biden camp knew Joe was gravely ill, and they buried it. Now enter Laura Loomer, a fearless voice who sounded the alarm in 2024. Now in July of that year, she reported Biden had a medical emergency on Air Force One, citing DC insiders. She doubled down, saying Biden was in the, quote, terminal stage of an illness, with White House physicians hiding the truth for years. Her posts were mocked as conspiracy nonsense, but now, well, frankly, they look like prophecy. Loomer was onto something, and the establishment wanted her silenced. Now let's rewind to 2022. Biden blurts out, I have cancer, in a speech, only for his team to backpedal, claiming it was about old skin cancer. Now, Dr. Stephen Quay calls missing this cancer during Biden's presidency, quote, malpractice. With a Gleason score of 9 and a rare subtype, per Dr. Alexander Kudikov, that 2022 slip wasn't a mistake, it was the truth leaking out. They've been lying to us ever since. So why then would they reveal this now? Well, the timing reeks, right? This diagnosis drops as Jake Tapper's book exposes Biden's decline and the lies his inner circle spun to keep him propped up. Is this cancer story a distraction to bury the book's revelations? CNN's Brian Stelter called it extraordinary, but I call it a smokescreen. They're playing us, and they think we're too dumb to notice. Now, of course, a lot of people now are in damage control, right? Now, Donald Trump himself posted, Melania and I wish Joe a fast recovery. People like Barack Obama and Marjorie Taylor Greene are sending their prayers. But other voices like Donald Trump Jr. aren't falling for it. They're shouting, cover up. Now, if Biden's cancer was this bad, it was known. And if it was known, it was hidden. So, who gave the order to deceive the American people? Well, I think we can all probably read between the lines on that one. Now, Biden's fighting, and Dr. Judd Moll says hormone therapy might buy him time. He's a survivor. There's no doubt about that. But I don't think we should let the sob story fool us. The machine that hid his mental decline and terminal illness would have kept this cancer under wraps forever if they could. So, transparency is nothing more than a fairy tale. But, despite that, we do deserve the truth and not their lies. Now, to be sure, Joe Biden's cancer is a tragedy, but the real crime is the cover up. Frank Biden and Laura Loomer tried to warn us in 2024, and they were ignored. Now, this isn't just about one man. It's about a system that deceives to cling to power. So we all need to wake up, dig for the truth, and don't ever trust the narrative. So, in any case, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.